Doesn't it feel like we just had this conversation? Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Rowdy Red podcast.
Let's hear it one more time for Selena Brills.
I never thought that on my own podcast I would have to provide a disclaimer, but due to legal action being mentioned against me, this is the disclaimer. This podcast is based on my personal experiences, thoughts, and opinions regarding my relationships as a whole. Any interpretations are purely personal and not meant to target or misinterpret any individual. This content is for entertainment and informational purposes only and is not intended to harm, defame, or misrepresent anyone. All views expressed are my own. So happy we could get that out of the way first. You guys already know for this episode, I'm going to need a glass of wine. I have it opened, but I have not tried it yet. This is Robert Mondavi Private Selection Chardonnay, and I'm fancy, and I have one of those little aerator things, so I'm going to go ahead and pour this off camera. Oh, look at that flow. All right, here we go. Cheers, everyone. Let's get into it. Ooh, okay, that's a smooth and buttery Chardonnay. Okay, I would probably rate this one, let's see, hold on. That's pretty damn good. I would probably give this one like a 7.4 out of 10, which I'd say is pretty good given that I've been definitely on a red wine kick for a while. So since the weather is slowly but surely warming up, I'm definitely going to be switching over to white. Okay, I'm going to be really honest with you guys. Because of this episode being a little bit heavier, I do have some bullet points of things that I just want to talk about. If you've read the title of the podcast, yes, I am single again, and to be honest, I'm feeling really good. I'm doing really good. It's been about a month now of me being on my own, and it's just felt really good to feel like I'm healing in the right way. I definitely want to do another episode where I'm talking about all the ways that I chose the choices that I made right away after the breakup to heal what I think was properly. And then another episode that I would love to also do is the art of detachment. I feel like I've gotten very good at being able to, disconnect when you need to. And I know that that's something that a lot of people struggle with, especially while going through breakups. And I've gotten really good at it. And I've got some tools for you guys of kind of what I've done, especially with these last few relationships that I've been in over the course of, the last 8 years of my life. So yeah, we'll get into that more in another episode. But I want to make this very clear that this is going to be such a different episode from my last single girl kisses to my exes episode. I'm a big girl now. I'm 25. I am not going to come on here and pretend like I'm this cold-hearted badass who just doesn't care about anyone's feelings and trashes someone's name. That's not who I am anymore, and I have so much love in my heart for all of the people that I've been lucky enough to do this life with, and I think that there's a purpose for every single person that enters your life, relationship or friends. I think that God puts them in your life to teach you a lesson. And sometimes those lessons can be hard. And I'm not, it's so easy to come on here or to talk with your friends and to shit talk and, beat the same conversation into the ground over and over and over and over again. And it would be so entertaining for me to come on here and to share the shit that happened. Yeah. Hold on. My car people are calling me. Hold on 1 second. Of course it's right when it's getting juicy too. Hello? I have to get 4 brand new tires on my car, so that's going to be really fun to pay for. But okay, back to what I was saying. Yeah, it's so easy to shit talk. It's so easy and it feels so good in the moment. But I have learned that that is the easier way to do things. It's so easy right away just to like vent and be angry. I think being angry is a lot easier of a feeling than feeling everything. And over the last month, I took a break from alcohol. I'm drinking again, obviously, but I took 3 weeks off of drinking alcohol, which was really, really a fun experiment for me. I've never had like intentional time away from alcohol, and I actually went out with my friends and didn't drink at all. We just went line dancing, so it wasn't anything crazy, but I've just been taking this time to really focus on myself, because ultimately a relationship is 2 people, and I unfortunately have been in what feels like to me 3 bad relationships. And I want to rephrase that. They aren't bad relationships because they were beautiful when I was in them, when we were in them, but 3 relationships where it hasn't ended the best. And I'm not going to sit here and play the victim and act like, wah, poor me. Like, I'm not going to sit there and do that. I've done a lot of reflecting, and I really have learned that I love to fall in love with the potential of somebody rather than who they really are. And that's a really tricky thing. I definitely put my rose-colored glasses on very quickly too. And I think, simply put, with all of this, for a lack of better words, I wasn't right for them and they weren't right for me. Like, I think we can just leave it at that. And obviously there's a lot more details. Like I said, there's a lot more juicy stuff that I would love to sit here and go into for the sake of my podcast and entertainment and clicks and all of that. But I just don't want to be that person anymore. I want to talk about what I've learned about myself within these relationships, because I think ultimately that's like the best takeaway that you can have from any relationship that you're in, is learning yourself, learning what you do want, learning what you don't want. And there's a lot of things within all of the relationships that I have been in that I have loved a lot. And there's also things that I do not love. So it's like taking all of that and, eventually meeting somebody and hoping that they have the good characteristics from some of the people that you have done life with, and maybe try to avoid some of the not so good ones. With that being said, what I have learned about myself within a relationship is I am way too forgiving, and it's not good. It's not good. Because of me, seeing the potential in somebody and not looking at actions and who they really are, I kind of push away a lot of things that like I really want and need, and just kind of accept it. And I've had the meanest things done and said to me that are crossing boundaries with myself. And I feel like by me continuing to allow some of the behaviors that I have allowed, it's such a slap in the face to my own self-respect, and something that I swear needs to be tattooed onto my forehead and literally everyone else's is your self-respect has to be so much higher than the love that you have for someone. It needs to be so much bigger, because all you have is yourself at the end of the day. And I think that as soon as I saw that I wasn't being respected within the relationships that I have been in, that's what made it so easy to move on and detach myself. And it sucks. It sucks to get disrespected. It sucks to love somebody so much that you literally forgive all of the bad things that they do over and over and over again. Or you continue to let things slide that you then, when you're out of the relationship, look at and you're like, why the hell did I stay for that? What was I thinking? It's like you want to go back and just shake yourself. And I don't know, man. I'm like, I have a lot more growing to do. I think I'm only 25. I'm a business owner. I'm a singer-songwriter. I think that God's plan for me at the moment is to fulfill some of these goals that I've had for myself. It's almost like he continues to pull people out of my life because he's like, stop putting your focus in them. Stop trying to fix them. Fix yourself. Like, do all the things that you want to do, I have been doing so much in the last 3 weeks that I've been putting off. Hobbies and goals and spending really good quality time with my friends. And most importantly, God, Jesus saved me during this breakup and gave me so much peace of mind so quickly after. It's actually crazy. And it might be weird to say, but I'm really grateful that this happened. And I think that's when you know it's right, is when you are almost like just thankful, grateful to God that someone has been removed from your life. And yeah, I've felt a lot of peace over the last month, and that's been very comforting. I think another thing too, when you are a Christian, you're always taught to forgive, and that's something that I'm gonna work on with myself. There's one thing forgiving, and then there's one thing, there's one thing to be said about being forgiving, and then there's a whole other thing of, getting disrespected and getting walked on. I don't want to admit this on here, it's kind of like a hard thing for me to talk about even on here, just because I'm like, I don't want people to think that they can walk on me, and I don't think I'm going to allow anybody to anymore, from the lessons that I have learned. But I have so much love in my heart for everybody that I have done life with. And yeah, I think I just need to do a better job of learning when those chapters need to be closed. And because of how much my relationship with God has grown over especially the last year, I think I've learned to really let go of the hate in my heart that I have had for friendships and people, because I see the lessons now, and I feel a lot more older and wiser because of them. And that's such a beautiful thing. And I think that that's what I've just been trying to do right now with this new period of life, is just like looking at the positives of this, and obviously forgiving to an extent, but not forgetting too. With me being good at detaching, it's not necessarily like a numbing feeling. It's more so just like a wake up call, a slap to Selena's face of like, wake up, remember your worth, and remember what you want and need in a partner, and showing up for myself as that, you know? I'm also realizing like how beautiful it is to be single too, to have all of the attention and time devoted to yourself and all of the things that you love. That's amazing. And then, you know, to be able to work on all of those things and then to magically run into someone who appreciates all those things, that's something that I'm so excited for. Another thing that I've learned about myself and others, and kind of what I am going to be looking for moving forward, is your feelings and emotions are never going to be too much for the right person. And communicating those isn't going to be taken as an argument to the right person. My goal in life with a life partner is for them to want to know like every single inch of my heart, and for me to feel like my heart is safe and that it's not too much. And sometimes you simply are too much for some people, and that's okay. I've learned that that's honestly like, I am not gonna be for everybody. That'd be weird if I was, you know, for everybody. But yeah, I think that when you become an adult and you like start to learn how to effectively communicate how you feel, and someone takes those feelings as you arguing, it's simply just somebody that's not aligned with you and doesn't want to align with knowing how your heart works, I guess. I'm not a confrontational person really at all. So it sucks. It sucks arguing with, you know, the people that you love. And it's also so frustrating trying to get someone to understand your heart. I think with the right person, that's what they really mean with you just know, because it's like you can just take like an actual deep breath, because it's like they just get you. And that's something I'm so excited for. And like, what a beautiful thing. I think it's just it's the little things like that within a relationship that I think make it so amazing. And I think I've experienced that for short periods of time within the relationships that I've been in, but yeah, consistency is something that I'm definitely looking for. So yeah, I think that that's something to make note of. With the wrong person, there's no amount of communicating that you can do to try to get them to understand your heart. It's just not going to work. If someone's not aligned with you, they're not going to align with you on communicating. They're not going to align with you on how you want to be loved, how you want to be treated. Your love languages are going to be completely off, you know? How you value friendships and how you value, you know, your quality time. It's going to be out of line. And how cool is it? I just keep going back to this. I feel like, how cool is it going to be like when you find someone where it just makes sense? Ooh, you can come in. Oh, do you have your key? Sarah has entered the chat. Oh, wait, do you want to just quick pop in and say hi? Oh, sure. You guys remember Sarah? She was from the therapy episode.
Hi, everyone.
Wait,
Hey.
no, come closer.
Okay.
Come over here. Come here.
Okay. Hey.
She walks in and she goes, "Your apartment has free booze."
Yes, free booze downstairs.
Wait, that's so
They
great.
were so sweet. They were like, "Oh my god, I love your dress. Like, welcome in." Like, they were like, I was like,
They're like, "She's a resident."
no, yeah. They're like, no, they're like, "Welcome back."
Wait, that's so funny. Well, okay. Well, Sarah's here. My friend Lily also is going to be coming over. We're going to have a little girls' night tonight. But I just have a few more things to wrap up with this episode. She's like, "I'm just going to let go." Yeah, no, help yourself to whatever. I'm honestly just trying to figure out if there's anything more I want to say on this topic. This episode I know is just kind of all over the place. I literally had bullet points of things I wanted to get through, and I haven't really done much of it. I've just been saying whatever I think I want and whatever feels right right now. I think one more thing I wanted to talk about is I have been really getting into listening to the podcast Girls Gone Bible, and they had this prayer that they were telling us to pray when you're in a relationship and I started doing it just because I have started putting my full trust into God and his decisions for my life. And the prayer was pretty much along the lines of, if this person is right for me, keep them in my life, and if they are not, remove them. And I think with me being such a forgiving person, I think God kind of makes it very clear when it's not right, to give me the clarity that I need to move on. So if you are in a relationship where you're kind of questioning if it's right or not, I highly suggest putting your trust into God and saying that prayer a few times, because he will make that happen for you. I think I'm gonna wrap this up here. I'm over talking about this. I don't like or want to have drama in my life. If you've been seeing my stuff on social media, I like handling my issues with humor. I really do. I posted a 7-day kind of vlog style of 7 days of pretty much taking care of myself after a breakup. And the goal of that was to keep that all about myself and what I guess felt right for me to do, so fresh out of the breakup. But yeah, I've been trying to go about this in as mature of a way as I possibly can, and not everybody's going to agree with how I decide to do things. But I don't know what else to say. I don't know what to say. I'm not gonna always please everybody, and that is fine by me. So if you see me making, jokes about my relationships or my past, it's my healing just to go about it in a humorous way. I know a lot of people like to handle their issues that way. So I said this in one of my episodes on TikTok, like, if you don't like it or don't resonate with it, you don't need to, follow me. You don't need to follow along. But if you are here and you listen to this episode, I really appreciate you being a part of this journey with me. I'm so excited for this next chapter of life. And once again, I have nothing but love in my heart for everybody that has been in my life. And it's just as simple as, they weren't right, you weren't right for them, and let's move on. So I hope that you guys liked this episode. Stay tuned for a lot more updates. I feel like life is going to get like a little bit more interesting just with all of my solo time. I have so much to fill you guys in on. Literally what has happened in the last 3 weeks with my music, with my business, my friends. Like, there's been so much stuff that has gone on that I can't wait to share with you guys. But that is all I'm going to be sharing with you guys today. Tune in next Tuesday and we will chat soon. Bye, guys.